For 2 wonderful years, the chestnut champion Sepoy held court. Rated the world's best 3-year-old sprinter of his time, the son of elusive quality gave Peter Snowden and the Darley team their first golden slipper and some wonderful memories. Breeders are eager to see how the 4-year-old has settled into his new stallion role, so Bred To Win paid him a visit last week. David Rafale reports.
This is what we're all here for. This is what what we at Darley aim to achieve, to try and breed the ultimate racehorse like this.
Oh, but it is Sepoy who's bolted away now with them.
But he's bought his A game today, Sepoy. He's going to absolutely blitz them.
But Sepoy burst away from them. How good is he?
Class, dominance and a true professional. These are just a few words to describe the best young sprinter of the modern era. And while the Darley-bred Sepoy may have only raced for 2 seasons, his imprint has been left, not only on the history books, but in the hearts of the team at Darley and the Australian racegoers in general.
Huge. Not just here at the farm, but just everyone who comes and visits. He was so good. We just haven't seen his like, for 35, 40 years, as all the experts say. And just to have him here, you get breeders, seasoned breeders, professional breeders who are probably the most cynical people in the game, saying that horses like him just don't fail.
The racing world got their first look at the son of elusive quality when he stepped out as an early 2-year-old in the spring of 2010.
One of the first 2-year-old races of the year, he showed remarkable acceleration in that. He always showed our stable something. Obviously, you don't get to the races, you don't get to that race without showing something at home, and they knew from pretty early on that he was talented, but I think he was a horse that just kept giving and kept surprising as to how good he actually was.
Sepoy raced up at the 100 metres, went over and took over the running now. Sepoy, shade too strong. Sepoy drew away and beat Delago's Lad by a length.
Sepoy's professionalism was never more evident than in his return on Australia Day, where a dominant victory in the Blue Diamond Preview set a precedent for the rest of his autumn preparation.
Sepoy took the lead inside the 200 metres. He's going strongly. Golden Archer can't get to him. Sepoy had a kick. Race clear. Sepoy coming right away. Big win. Sepoy won it by 3 lengths to Grand Britannia.
And that's part of being the key to him as a racehorse, I suppose, is that he was a very tractable horse from very early on in his career, and that's what it takes to get to the races early too. You can't have temperamental issues because trainers, they need to be able to test them out early enough, and if you've got a questionable temperament, that it often undoes you. I mean, he wasn't a horse that the crowd knew much about or the racing public knew much about at that stage, but he won the Preview and then the Prelude and then the Blue Diamond itself, and then by that stage obviously everyone knew about him.
Oh, but it is Sepoy who's bolted away now with the Blue Diamond, opening up 4 lengths. Hallowell Bell running on well, but it's all Sepoy getting home hard masthead, but Sepoy bolted at the Diamond by about 5 lengths. Hallowell Bell second.
Tough race to win. Any Group 1's a tough race to win, and it's a short course race. You don't get big margin winners generally, and he was absolutely dominant that day.
21 days following his emphatic Blue Diamond win, Sepoy tasted his first defeat in the Group 2 Todman Stakes at Rose Hill. But while the track may have been officially rated a dead 5, the young colt struggled in appalling conditions. That was all forgotten a fortnight later when Sepoy started a short-priced favourite in the pinnacle of world 2-year-old racing, the Golden Slipper, facing rivals such as Foxwedge, Machine, Elite Falls and Karuta Queen. Sepoy's brilliance and supremacy over his rivals was simply breathtaking.
But Sepoy strode to the front now at the 200. He raced away. He's 2 lengths in front of Foxwedge and Machine and then Satin Shoes. But he's bought his A game today, Sepoy. He's going to absolutely blitz them, and Sepoy wins the slipper from Machine and Elite Falls.
It was an emotional result for Darley trainer Peter Snowden, whose career ambition had been realised in Sepoy's victory.
Machine finished second, and we know what she went on to. It was a really good field. It's a high-class group of 2-year-olds that year, and he was lengths the best. He was an absolutely outstanding horse.
The ultimate test of a Golden Slipper victor is how well they can return in their 3-year-old season. And the relief was evident when Sepoy silenced any doubters with an easy first-up win, defying the hoodoo of resuming slipper winners in the Vane Stakes. 3 weeks later, an authoritative workmanlike win in the Danehill, a race named for his maternal grandsire, ensured he had little to prove against his own age. It was now time for Sepoy's next great challenge. belting your peers is one thing, but a victory in an open-class Group 1 sprint is Australian racing's Mount Everest. In the Manikato Stakes under lights at Moonee Valley, the Darley colt truly earned the crown of world champion 3-year-old sprinter.
Racing in the Manikato, Sepoy not the best about. He'll have to do some work here.
It's a very tough run. I mean, I was there that night, and when he missed the kick, our hearts were in our mouths for sure.
Sepoy the leader. Coolgrinder's throwing out a challenge on the outside. Sister Madly buffering more Joyce and Atomic Force, but Sepoy burst away from them. How good is he? He's raced 3 lengths clear, and he'll bolt it in. What a great 3-year-old. Sepoy bolted in by 2 lengths to Sister Madly. Photo third, more Joyous and buffering.
A facile win, once again over his elders in the Caulfield Sprint, kept the Wonder Colt in tune for Sepoy's final spring target. A real stallion-making race. The Coolmore Stud Ascot Vale Stakes. Ajax, Vane, Century, Zedative and Encosta de Lago have all claimed the race, and since its promotion to Group 1, it's been won by some of the best sprinting 3-year-olds in modern times. For Sepoy, it was the culmination of an invincible, if somewhat, draining spring.
Here's Fox Wedge, he's in the clear now, but Sepoy went to the lead at the clock tower, raced away 1.5 lengths on Satin Shoes Zamora. Fox Wedge started to come home well. Sepoy under the whip, the leader. Fox Wedge is having the last launch at him. Sepoy hanging on, getting tied. Sepoy hangs on and wins it from Fox Wedge. He got there by about a neck.
That was the last run in a long campaign. I mean, to win time and time again, weeks apart is a difficult thing to do. And again, it's a testament to Peter Snowden's skills as a trainer that he was able to keep the horse up and fit for so long. But it's equally testament to the quality of horse that he is. In the spring, he was unbeatable. He won 5 out of 5. Not many horses come back and win in open company as he did. He was an absolute, supremely professional, high-class horse.
The Coolmore Stud Stakes would be Sepoy's last win. He attempted valiantly to carry the grandstand in the Oakley Plate for a respectable 5th, and not long after his trip to Dubai to join the Godolphin stable, it was apparent that he just wasn't the same horse, and the difficult decision was made to retire him to stud. That decision seems not only to have agreed with Sepoy, but with the breeders as well.
He was booked out basically within a week of us announcing him. We announced him whilst we were all at the Gold Coast sales, and word got around very quickly that he was going to stud, and equally that the booking started coming in very quickly. We aim to keep ourselves a little bit up our sleeves, keep a little bit of reserve for the time that he came back and people could see him, and that's in one respect been great, but in another respect it's gone quicker than I thought. Everyone who's seen him so far has just loved him. Some of the leading breeders who are sending mares to him have been up to inspect them, make sure they're sending the right mare, and everyone walks away wanting to book another one in. He's going to look fantastic in a year's time though. He is a very muscles on muscles. He's an extremely well-made horse, an extremely efficient horse. I think. He's just beautifully balanced and has so much strength to go with it.
As a scion of the Mr. Prospector line, and a horse that isn't overly big, Sepoy should suit an array of mares.
As I say, he's a beautiful horse. He's a bigger horse than people give him credit for. If you stand alongside him, he's probably 16 hands or a tick under. So he does surprise a lot of people in that respect, but he's so compact and so well made that he doesn't give the impression of being a big horse. Look, I think he's an easy horse to mate. Some of those grandsons of Danehill will suit him very well. I would imagine Fastnet Rock mares or Flying Spur mares would suit him tremendously well. Inbreeding to Danehill, but 3 generations back, through a son and a daughter. I'm pretty excited about that prospect, but equally he's a Mr. Prospector top line horse that is easy to mate to these days. Yeah, look, he does come from a great Australian speed female line, the family of Canny Lad and Canny Lass. A family made famous initially by Rick Lacey, and from that has generated this great, fast Australian family that he's now a proud member of.
For Darley, Sepoy is more than a champion racehorse with a brilliant pedigree on the cusp of a stud career. He's the realisation of Sheikh Mohammed's Australian dream.
This is what we're all here for. This is what we at Darley aim to achieve, to try and breed the ultimate racehorse like this, who then goes on to become a stallion and hopefully will become one of the great stallions of the Australian stud book is one of our goals. It's our main goal.